gotta stick to my roots. Because you know without the roots there's no foundation. There's no growth. Mr. Irie again on the Far East. We look and say, I stick to my roots. I stick to my roots. I stick to my roots. I will reggae roots. I stick to my roots. I stick to my roots. I stick to my roots. I will reggae roots. Come me say all kind of music of it play every day, and that's why it me still love me reggae. No matter what them do, no matter what them say, you know say.
Hello, I'm Tracey Williams, and I'm here for the Tracey Williams Show and ViewNowTv, and I have an exclusive for you with the one, the only, and the CEO of Lockdown Productions, Mr. Tippa Irie.
Oh boy, now who's that girl over there? I really gotta talk to that chick, cause that is one cool sugar candy girl. She's a stick, she's a stick. Hello, darling, hello, good looking. Hello, darling, hello, good looking. Hello, darling, hello, good looking. Hello, darling, hello, good looking.
Welcome, and thank you for having us here.
No problem, it's a pleasure to be here.
What we want to know is, how did the name Tippa, how did that originate? What's the story behind that?
Well, really, it was a nickname from school. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, Irie means feeling good. So as an entertainer, once I, you know, decided that I wanted to be an entertainer, my main objective is obviously for people to enjoy my music and to, when I perform, make them feel good. So when I was at school, I used to spar with a brethren called Skipper, you know, and basically we used to always be together. So they used to call us Tip and Skip. You know what I mean? Something simple like that. So, and then I just kept the name Tippa, and then I added Tippa Irie to it, and I said, right, I'm going to call myself Tippa Irie, and as my artist name, and it just stuck from I was very young, from when I left school.
Okay, so that's how you was known when you was with Saxon as well?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, before that, obviously, my dad had a sound system called Musical Messiah. So basically, he used to we used to live. We used to have like a corner shop, a grocery store, in off Cole Harbour Lane in Brixton, and basically in the basement, my dad used to keep parties on a Friday and a Saturday night. Used to keep
blues.
Yes, we used to have blues dance, shubbing they used to call it then, and so every Friday and Saturday night, people would come down there and dance and play dominoes and ludi and stuff like that. And so basically my dad was there playing his music, so I was always there with him, and because of that I kind of developed a love for the music. And he used to play, you know, artists from the Caribbean, and I used to just imitate them and just practice and practice and practice. And then one day one of my cousins them saw me and heard me, and he said, you know what, you're getting good, you know, you need to go to a bigger sound. So he was friends with a guy called Mikey, who was cousin of Cecil from King Tubby's sound. And so I went to perform on MJR, which is what there was Mikey Dread's sound, but now they call MJR Roadshow, and with Mikey, and that's kind of where I started. And then obviously, you know, at school, you and your friends, you have your little, you know, your little sounds as kids, you know what I mean, as growing up. And then from there, I went to King Tubby's. And they said, you know what, you're good. You know, Cecil said, you're good. You come travel with the sound. So I traveled with them up and down the country, helping them lift the boxes into the dances, travel in the back of the sound van, help them string up. And then when I got the opportunity to go on the mic, I did. And then from there, I kind of like entered a lot of talent competitions and started to win some. And then I met Dennis Rowe and Lloyd Francis from Saxon at a talent competition at Ferndale Sports Centre. And then they basically just asked me if I would come and chat on their sound as well. And so I did, you know, because at that time, you know, you just want to get yourself around. You just want to get on as much sound systems as possible. So that's what I did, and then that's where my career kind of really took off, when I started with Saxon.
Okay. And was there a particular stand-up moment when you was with Saxon that you thought, you know what, they're onto something great here?
Well, I mean, obviously, you don't, sometimes when you're in it, you don't even really realize, you know what I mean? You're just doing it because you love it. And you know, you're making a little change at the same time. But, you know what I mean, mainly, you know, I just did it because I love it. And I mean, from, you know, record labels, you know, the cassettes started to circulate. And the dances basically became more and more, we became more and more popular. You know, I mean, it was Papa Levi, Maxi Priest, Roger Robin, you know, Daddy Rusty, Sandy, Colonel, my sister Miss Irie. There's people like Neville Morrison, Simeon. It was just like a little academy of artists, really, you know what I mean? And it just started to grow. The tapes started to circulate. And then, you know, but I think, you know, when we did Coughing Up Fire for Greensleeves, I think that was a really, you know, it really hit home to me that, you know, we was on the rise and things were going to really start to happen.
So you've been in the industry a long time, very, very long time.
Yeah.
How difficult was it for you to get a record deal?
Yeah, we kind of made it happen for ourselves. And, you know, and what I mean by that is putting in the work in regards to doing our shows and, you know, and performing, you know what I mean? And then because of the performing, because of the popularity that the sound started to gather, you know, record labels became interested. And Maxi went to Virgin, Papa Levi got signed to Island, and Tippa Irie, Daddy Colonel, Sandy and Rusty, we all got picked up by Greensleeves. So in a sense, you know, we made them come to look for us. You know, we didn't have to really go to them because we were building up a scene, you know, and the scene was, you know, was getting more and more popular. And of course, when something good is happening and it's getting popular, then people want to exploit that situation and they want to be a part of it.
Use the word exploit.
Yes.
Is that how you felt at the time?
Well, sometimes I mean, maybe in hindsight at the time, I didn't feel that way because obviously you want to try to step up the ladder. And when you're at the beginning, you know, of your career and you don't really know better and you just want to get yourself out there because they say something is better than nothing.
We'll take you a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
You know, I've come through to your studio here,
Yes.
and I've seen your awards up on the wall.
Yes.
So I was really happy to see that. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just wanted to know, you know, what are your memories of the British Reggae Industry Awards?
Well, the first part of it is, you know, it's somebody acknowledging us, you know, and that's why I have a lot of respect for Tony Williams and even David Rodigan, people at the time that were supporting the music and supporting what we were doing. You know what I mean? And the main thing about the awards, it was the actual, you know, somebody was actually giving us some recognition for the works, what we did. You know what I mean? So that was, you know, that was the most, you know, that was the best part about it for me because somebody was actually acknowledging my work and giving me credit for the work that I did. You know, but the shows were good, you know, it was fun, you know, it was enjoyable, you know, you got to meet, you know, artists that, you know, you just listen to their music, you know what I mean, and you never really get to meet them. So the gatherings were good, they were well put together, well organized, you know, and, you know, it was, you know, beneficial, made me feel good.
As a new artist at that time, how did you feel winning an award? And what does the award mean to you now?
Well, it's like, it's part of my history, you know. So that's why I put them up in the office there so that when people come in, they can see that I've been in the business for a long time and I'm still here and we're still making music, you know what I mean, that people enjoy.
So it's been over 25 years.
Yeah.
Is there a particular stand-up moment where you think, yeah, that was great? Great memory.
I mean, when I went to do Reggae Sunsplash in Jamaica, and my father hadn't really seen me perform, you know, on a professional level, You know, obviously he used to see me messing about as a boy on the sound, but then he left and he went to Jamaica when I was about 17 because he got fed up of England, so he wanted to go back home. And then when he see me come to Jamaica I think I was with Pato Banton. We did Reggae Sunsplash in 1986, I think. And you know, that was a special moment because he could, you know, there's thousands of people, and now he's seen his son perform, you know what I mean, in front of thousands of people at home in Jamaica. So that was a special moment. You know, there's many, you know what I mean? You know, linking up with the Black Eyed Peas was a good thing as well. That was special because, you know, that was unexpected for a lot of people because they were like, oh, how do you manage to do that? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've been doing it a long time and I'm maybe quite talented. So, you know, So, you know, maybe that's why I got the opportunity because I could deliver and that's what I did. So but that's, you know, a couple of things that were stand out, but you know, there's many more.
Out of the 16 albums that you've put out there, what is your favorite album and why?
I'd have to say my last album, what I just did. It's the album that I did with it was released last year with the Far East Band in Germany, and I did it with a guy called Marco Baresi, and a couple of the tracks we did here in the UK at my studio, Lockdown Production, but the rest of the album was done in Germany and between Germany and here.
Well, I gotta stick to my roots, because you know without the roots there's no foundation, there's no growth. Mr. Irie again on the Far East. Well, look and say, I stick to my roots, I stick to my roots, I stick to my roots, I will reggae roots, I stick to my roots, I stick to my roots, I stick to my roots, I will reggae roots. Come and say all kind of music of we play every day, and that's why it me still love me reggae. No matter what them do, no matter what them say, you know say in me house reggae music.
You know, obviously on my other albums, then I have really good songs like Hello Darling, Ragamuffin Girl, you know, all these tunes, you know what I mean? But I don't think the whole album was complete. And what I mean by that is like, you know, you'd play a track like Hello Darling and it'd stand out more than the other, you know, or it would be leaps and bounds above some of the other tunes on the album. But what I find with the album that I did with the Far East Band, I think the whole album is on a level where every track I think is a winner. Album on and appreciate the different styles and genre of the album, but they're all at a level and a good standard, you know what I mean? And so that's why I think go and check it out. It's
definitely
it's Tippa Irie and the Far East Band, Stick to My Roots. Yeah, it's that's the album for me, and it's out now. You can download it at iTunes, so you just go to itunes.com. You can go to amazon.com, Jono, all of the download portals you can get it from. It's available on CD. You can get its release, distribute through a company called Believe. But of course, if you go to Dub Vendor, any of those shops like that, you can pick it up.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tippa, for your time.
Enough
it's
respect.
Been a pleasure talking to you.
Enough respect. Give thanks.
Right, thank you.
Let's
Take care. Wow, that was an amazing exclusive interview with Tippa Irie, where he gave us an insight into his history, into the future, and more importantly, he 100% endorses the British Reggae Industry Awards. Get his new album, Stick to My Roots. It's out now, and let's support our British reggae industry artists. I'm Tracey Williams for The Tracey Williams Show and ViewNowTv. Thank you, and tune in for more.
Well, you have some guy that come around, you know, and all them do is talk, like them name Larry King. I must see all of them. Oh, you can't set it. Aha! When them come with them big talk, if I just listen to them big talk, and when them done with them big talk, that's when me tell them to walk. Now when them come with them big talk, if I just listen to them big talk, when them done with them big talk, that's when me tell them fi walk. Well, no for them chatty, labba, labba every time. Every time you see them at the same old line. Same old lyric, me say same old rhyme. With them talk so much, you know it should have be a crime. Please somebody call 999. With them make me feel it's like I'm going up in mine.